Alright guys, welcome back. So let's have a look at Big Bear. So today, let's take a look at the chart for daily on this one. I think in the morning, that headline from the SoundHound, NOx, Serve, whatever other stock that Nvidia dumped completely, it didn't like it. So before that, my plan was for this name pretty much, I think I was talking about this one in Discord as well, that I kind of liked the yesterday action where I kind of pretty much even pointed out that this is a fake out. So don't fall for this, because it was not trying to fight through this $10 level. Instead, it just gapped over. So anytime you see a stock doesn't take out the pivotal resistance level during market session, so this is a pre-market after hours, and tries to gap over it, it has to fill and then continue its upward move. It couldn't do that. It just stayed heavy, but then into the close, it closed fine. I was fine with 950. But today in the morning, well, the plan was to see this name pretty much come to these $10 levels, dip a little bit, and pretty much rip into the 10 plus level. But that headline pretty much spooked all the small cap traders, I believe. But at the same time, another thing is, before we talk about the levels, the volume for the stock. You have to be careful on this one again and again. I keep talking about this one, but when you're trading small caps, if volume declines, participation is lower, people's focus could shift elsewhere. I mean, this stock will slowly just go lower, and then at one moment it will just flush down. Doesn't matter whatever the fundamental thesis you have, small cap is a small cap. I was talking about SoundHound yesterday, and literally today it's freaking down 30%, because you don't know what kind of news is going to drop, and small caps, they're just small caps. I mean, if it moves down 50%, I mean, its market capitalization is nothing. It's nothing burger. It's a market capitalization of BBAI 2.2 billion. This is absolutely nothing. If you just wake up tomorrow and stock is down at 5, I mean, I will not be surprised. But I have to mention that. So volume lower, significantly lower. It's downtrending, which I do not like to trade when I'm trading stock to the upside. I want stock to go up with the volume. So that's number one. Number two, did they have earnings coming up anytime soon? What was the... Okay, so they're not reporting up until March 6th now that I'm seeing their earnings report. Okay, that's fine. But on a weekly, looks like it had pretty much similar volume. Option market. I didn't see as much option like aggressive call buyers either. So you can see today 125,000 calls traded, total volume 77,000 puts traded. But even then, I mean, I will talk about that level, but let's go through this for now. So there are a lot of puts for May. So it looks like, did it trade at the asking price or at the bid price? So it looks like these puts that came in at the end of the day, looking like these are sells, like $4.50 for May 16th. These are all traded at the bid, meaning somebody sold them to the bidder, which is a bullish trade. So I'm seeing premium seller. Looks like this is the only one that is standing out. I'm not seeing what like actual bullish flows. If you go take a look at it on May, okay, so that could be, that's interesting. So now let's take a look at it. So that's why you have to always look at the open interest and look at the volume. So open interest was already on that 450, 18,000, and today that much volume traded. So what does that mean? That could mean that it's somebody who traded that earlier. Let's take a look. You pull up chart as well, just to have an idea when that option was purchased or sold, to see what was going on. So let's go take a look at it. zoom out a little bit more. So it looks like these puts came in maybe way earlier. It was combination, but I want to see the volume. I want to see the total what is it, the open interest change upcoming Tuesday, because Monday is closed. It looks like somebody who could have sold these puts when these puts were very high, somewhere around here at $2, one something, 175 ish, and now they decided to buy it back, but they got filled at the bid, because at that moment I think they got filled 12.50 BBAI. I believe it was going higher than 12.50. Yeah, makes sense. So these guys pretty much could have sold, closed it out. But again, I don't want to make this video too long. But I'm seeing some February 21st, which is next week's $11 calls. Let's see if it's somebody who's closing out or if it's what's the volume. But other than that, I'm not seeing significant volume. Again, this 7,000, 8,000 contracts traded today on volume on that 11 and 10 also traded, but open interest was already 8,900. So you have to come and take a look next trading session to see if it was actually people who held it or flipped it. Because last time when I showed $10 call, it was for the most part people were just flipping it during a day. Okay, so let's go back to the chart. So the chart, I still like this close because it's trading around these levels. It could be consolidation area, and you guys have seen that this stock can move $1. The range of this stock has been $1.09. So that's the average true range. That's the volatility of this stock. So meaning it can move $1 and squeeze people more. So what's going on in terms of that short squeeze data that I have been following, and I keep an eye on it all the time when I trade these kind of stocks. So let's see what happened. So yesterday, today, a little bit high short interest, but not significant, but people shorted it. So, but in terms of shares to borrow, yeah, there's plenty of shares to borrow. It was available throughout the day, so it's not like people couldn't borrow to short it. So people could borrow it, but it's still hard to borrow, and it's not crazy volume. But what I'm watching for next week is the option expiration week. So if it stays above 9, I will definitely be still watching this name to possibly get over 10. But I'm not interested to trade it. You can even see I have an alert at $10.19. If it cracks above this level, then I would be definitely interested to trade it all the way to 13-ish area, 13, 14, 15 area. But you have to be careful on the downside. So another thing I keep an eye on is MACD, just to have an idea if there's some sort of a divergence happening. So let's say if volume drops, you will have the situation where MACD will be declining while stock price will be trying to go higher. That's a divergence, meaning it can fall. It doesn't mean that it will fall. It's not the only indicator I utilize. I mainly keep an eye on option activity, and I follow option activity. So far, option activity does not look bullish today. But we have to check it on Monday to see, or Tuesday to see how it trades. But so far, yeah, volume is declining, which is not good. Could be attention going elsewhere. But that today's move on SoundHound and Serve, which I didn't know that this NVIDIA had any ownership, which is down 40% today. It didn't it didn't help the stock overall, because at the end of the day, it's an AI stock. So that's the video. That's what I'm watching. See you in the next one. Peace.